Hello, hope everybody's having a great lockdown. I've been at work, but the last 2 days I've been off, so I've been organising this video because it's one of the fun ones. This is what I like to use, this is all my favourite things, so I thought I would just come on and show you what I like. And we'll start with like kind of skincare stuff. So I really like Lush Cup of Coffee. It's meant to be a face mask. I don't really leave it on for any length of time. I just kind of use it to exfoliate. I put it on before I went in the shower and then I'll wash it off in the shower. It's got wee kind of coffee grounds in it, so it's good for getting rid of dead skin and stuff. What's Zoebee creams. These are not the ones, I've just got these ones, but the other one I've got, which is the avocado and aloe one, is amazing. There's just, they're like whipped, so the stuff's really light, but like you need a tiny wee bit, and it's really nice. It's dead, just feels dead luxurious. This one's got like gold in it. It's absolutely lovely, and they smell really nice as well. They all smell lovely. So I can't wait to see how these ones go. I'm going to try actually putting, I've heard that they're good for your hands, and I get like sore hands because obviously I work in the hospital. My hands are like super dry and they can crack and stuff a wee bit, so apparently the green one is really good for helping with that. So we'll see how that one goes. Moisturizer, so I bought this in the airport. I think my friend kind of helped me buy it. It's the Egyptian Magic Cream. It's amazing. But it's like an oil, so I mean, if you're already oily, maybe know the best, but I'm quite dry, so you just kind of take out a wee tiny bit and then rub it in between your fingers and then kind of rub it in everywhere. It's just amazing. Like the difference whenever you put your makeup on, I use this anyway, it's really good. But again, I have got quite dry skin, so it's best to have something quite oily underneath. I mean, you wouldn't think it now, I'm quite shiny. I don't know how that's happened. Must be the light. I'm going to go away, it's the light. Other face stuff. So I've recently bought the Genevieve Utan CBD tanning water. I originally used the original one, the coconut one, which I did really like, and you always get just a good even coverage, but I wanted something a bit darker, so I got the 50% darker one, and it's lovely. It does the job. Your face actually has a nice colour, and it means that you don't need to put fake tan on your face, which I used to do quite a lot, and it didn't look the best. It often left you kind of scaly looking, but this doesn't at all. It's brilliant, and it smells, it does have a scent, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. Maybe, is it the lavender? There's like lavender or something in it, but it's really nice. So other moisturiser, this is one that I use on my clients. It's the Kiehls Ultra Facial Moisturiser. So you can get there's like a ultra facial cream that I think like Mario Devonovic kind of raves about, but I've used it and I don't really like it. It's not good for me, and I don't use it on my clients, but that one is really good. And I mean, you get a lot out of the bottle. The bottle lasts for a while, which is kind of what you're wanting whenever you're doing other people's makeups. Also, I've got some hair stuff here as well, just because, I mean, I don't really have like favourite brands, but I mean, I think I really like the Stafford stuff. I think I've actually got more as well. I've got hairspray somewhere, but I mean, so this is the bleach blonde shampoo, the purple shampoo, and it's the best one I've ever used, and I have used quite a few of them. It's, I did used to put it on my hair when it was dry, like just kind of lathered it in and it made my hair a wee bit purple. It was really good. This as well, which is a hair growth thing, it has actually totally helped with my scalp. It's completely empty. I finished it. I need to get some more, but obviously can't really get to the shop to get it, but it's amazing. My hair doesn't grow past a certain length, so it's good to have something to help it, and I actually feel like it has helped a wee bit. I mean, you would never know by looking at my hair, but it has got a wee bit longer. And this is a bleach blonde spray, which has got like a shimmer through it. I mean, you can't see it, but it's got a shimmer, it's like a glitter through it, so it's really pretty. And who doesn't like a wee bit of shimmer, even in your hair? I'm all for that. Right, so foundation. Foundations are you always kind of go between different ones, but the ones that I like the most, that I use the most often. So this is the YSL touché eclat, is that how you say it? This is pretty much finished. I think I'm using the dregs of this one. I don't know what colour it is, B40. But it's just a really nice summery. It's quite dewy, so it actually looks nice in the summer. It's not massively heavy, like it's not like double wear, but it is still quite a full coverage. And then the foundation that I always tend to go back to is the Illamasqua Skin Base. I've got this in almost all of the colours. It's just a really good all-rounder. I can put this on myself without mixing it with anything else, because usually with foundations you're mixing it, oh, this one's for this and this one's for colour, and but with this one I just like it. You can just kind of put it on and it does the job, and it's beautiful. It's quite dear, but I've not had to buy any more of it for a while, so it's obviously it does last. Concealers. So I really like the Revolution Conceal and Define. So I've got like lighter ones, and then I have got the darker ones again for doing like contouring and stuff. And they're really good. I do use them for like eyeshadow base and stuff as well, and they're just brilliant. They really are. And they're quite cheap as well. I think they're like $3.99, $3.50, something like that. So they're dead affordable. That's why it's good to buy a couple of them. Blusher. So Nars Orgasm. This was a gift. But it's beautiful because it's like got it's actually broke. I kind of dropped it the first time I opened it, and it's cracked a wee bit, but it's got like a shimmer in it. Again, everything's shimmery. I've got that on today. I've got it on my cheeks, and I did put it on underneath the pink to kind of blend it out a wee bit. You can't really see it, but it is there, and it's got like a kind of gold. It's like a gold shimmer through it. It's absolutely beautiful. So what is next? Highlight. So this is a highlight that I wear whenever I'm really, really, really tanned, and I can kind of put it over my bronzer. It's stunning. It's called Global Glow, and actually I use it for eyeshadow quite a lot as well. Like if I'm doing like a nude kind of smoky eye, I'll put that on because it's just the pigment, the payoff is really, really good. Hold on. Let me see. You can't really see how shiny it is there. Oh, there we go. A wee bit. That's it there. So it's really, really pretty. It is quite orange, but it's stunning. It's a lot more, it's a lot deeper than soft and gentle, but it's the same thing, basically. So eyelashes. So I'm up here. I stick to the same thing, Tatti, all the time. TL6, TL2. Then again, almost exactly the same. I've always got a kind of a variation of one of the two of these on. I think anytime I take them off, I don't ever put them back into the right box, but that's usually what I'm wearing. I'm a creature of habit. So for brows, a lot of the time if I'm doing my own brows, I don't really want to put too much like bit brow or anything in it, so I just go for the Anastasia powder duo. This one's chocolate. This is one I kind of use on myself all the time, and it's beautiful. I've had this for a while, and it's not even hit pan yet, so it does the job. The colours are really nice. I've got a couple of lighter ones as well that I use on other people, and they're really nice. They aren't too, like, sometimes you get ones, the blonde ones, and they're too ashy and they don't look right, but the ones I've got, the shades are really, really nice. Palettes. So the only palette I can think of that I keep kind of going back to all the time, no matter what I'm doing, is the Mmmmitchel one. I can't remember when I got this, or if somebody else got me. I think it was a gift. And it comes with a big mirror. It's absolutely beautiful. The shades are stunning. It's like the most multicoloured palette ever. Look at it. Actually, look at it. But like the shimmery ones in it are really shimmery. Like they're really nice. I use like the white one here is really good for like doing a kind of inner corner highlight. And then all the kind of deep reds and stuff. It's just stunning. It's a bit dirty. I'm sorry. It is a bit of a mess. But that's the one that I kind of grab all the time. I have got a couple of new palettes recently. The wee Juvia's Place one, which is stunning as well. The colours are, Nike Tutorials always talks about them, but I was like, I don't know, is it worth the hype? And then I got it as a gift, and it's stunning. Like the colours, it's a kind of weird mix of colours, but they're really, really, really pretty. So let's go on to lip stuff. So lip balm, I completely swear by this, and this must be my like 8th or 9th of them. I keep losing them. This one actually had lost for about 6 months. It was in Chrissy's car, underneath something, and so it's almost brand new. Very expensive, £17 for a lip balm, but it's absolutely brilliant. It's got SPF in it, so I got it after I got my lips done the first time because I was going on holiday and I thought maybe a bit extra SPF is never going to hurt anybody, and I've not really went back from it since. It actually looks like you're just wearing like lip gloss or something, but you can feel that it's actually helping your lips, which is always good, because I think with like Carmex and Vaseline, it doesn't actually do anything, it doesn't help anything on your lips. It's there, it wears off, and then your lips are still sore, but that actually does help. Lip colour, so this is Jordana Ticia. I wear this all the time. I kind of wear it to work. This is the only one I would actually wear to work. I really don't like wearing a lot of makeup to work, but if I'm wearing anything, I will wear this because it wears quite well. And it's just a really pretty colour. It is actually, I'm going to buy more because the stuff's stunning. I've got some wee like duos. It's like a top layer base, and then I got a glitter underneath, and they're stunning. And lipstick, I mean, it's quite hard to pick a MAC lipstick or any kind of lipstick that is like all-time fave, but I went for Hug Me. I mean, it looks quite dark there, but it's actually not really. Hold on, see if I can get a wee swatch. Aye, so that's it there. It's just a really pretty kind of pinky colour, and you can wear that by itself or with a lip liner. It doesn't really matter. It kind of goes with everything. These are my favourite videos. I always love watching everybody else's because you're like, oh, I didn't know that was good. I didn't know this was good. So it's good to get somebody else's insight onto things. But that's my favourites. This has killed 12 minutes of my life. Absolutely buzzing. 12 minutes now. It's taken me like at least 2 hours to pick everything that I wanted to put in. And everything's sitting in front of me. Everything else is a mess. So I'm going to have to go and tidy up as well. But thank you for watching. And I'll see you after.